We are live. Oh God, we are already live. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, guys, wherever you are in this beautiful world, whenever you're watching this video. Welcome to the Bitcoin Family Channel. For the newcomers, my name is Didi. Yes, a live AMA answering all the questions you might have in Bitcoin, blockchain, or life. Let me first say good morning to Christoph, to Martin, to Familie de Kerst. I can see your question. I will come back to the questions. Jurgen and Leroy, welcome. Melissa, Martin, Erik, Miranda, Pedro, Finn, Mark, Stefan, Matt Androff, thank you for being here again. Nancy, Bernie, John, Padam, Papom, Vincent, Magic, Jimmy, Ina, all of you, welcome to this live. Let's make it a very, very beautiful live with a shitload of cool questions that I can answer as much as possible. We have like 150 viewers at the moment, so it is a different time than normal, but I have a Friday evening dinner tonight, so I want to end a little bit earlier for myself, and let's say maybe I can even get some United States people now in it as well, because yes, we are now in the timeline that also people in the United States and Australia are awake. I should be posting this on Twitter, though. I forgot that. I will give it a couple of more seconds for the people to stream into this live. And let me post that we are live as well, because else people don't come. You know, that's how it works. Social media. We are live. And I'm going to answer all your questions, of course, as much as possible as I can. Okay, that is done. We are live. I have myself in the screen. My face is moving. My lips are moving. It's not AI. It's all real. It's all real. Guten Morgen, sagt ook somebody from Germany. Okay, guys. Let me jump first into a couple of questions before I go into the charts, okay? Because I know you also like when I do the charts. I will do that. I will go into the charts. Let me know if the sound and the image quality is okay. It should be okay. It's maybe not the most crisp image I've seen, but I don't know what it is. It's the lighting. Maybe I need to find a new place where I can do some videos with a better lighting, guys. I will try to optimize it the next couple of times. It's new for me here now in this house, so um, whatever. It's Friday. It's Friday. We are all going to celebrate a beautiful Friday, 2nd May, guys. Now, the questions. I saw a questions from Familie de Kers. This is Family Cherry. Cherry on the top. Goedemorgen Didi, we zijn weer een vraag. On which exchanges can you trade with the Palauidi, the two of the bots that we have? And at the moment, you can't anymore. If you already have signed up using your Palau ID to Bybit, you can still use it. At the moment, they stopped it for some time. It won't take too long because Palau will come with a solution for this, and then you will be able to do that as well. Blowfin at the moment is also, I think, not accepting Palau IDs. I think Levex is, but they don't have our bot up and running. The reason why I wanted people to use a Palau ID is because they need to trade inverse perpetual, which means you need to trade a trading pair that was not allowed in the Netherlands. The new bot that we have now that also trades USDT, I will show some results later in this video. That one is doing also really awesome, around 70% per year, 70, so 70% per year. But that one you can trade with a normal account. That's no leverage use, so that's also allowed with a Dutch passport, with a Dutch Bybit account, or with a Dutch Binance account, or whatever account that you want to use. But the inverse perpetual, that one is still not possible with a Palau ID at the moment if you have a new one. Old one, yes. New one, no. That's the answer to that question. I will dive into some results maybe later for you guys so you can see how much profits we are making with both of the bots, like the inverse perpetual Bitcoin bot, but also the USDT bot. Let me go to, for example, I'm going to show you directly now. So let me show you with my telephone. That's the most simple thing to do now. Let me go to the right screen so that you see what we are doing. And I'm not lying. I'm opening. I need to go here. This is the bot. This is bot account. This is the this is the Bitcoin bot. So the Bitcoin bot at the moment has 1.468 BTC in it. So we started with one Bitcoin. At the moment is 1.468 BTC. So that's now almost in 14 months almost. So 14 months, almost a 50%. There is some trades open at the moment. So the trade that is open at the moment is this position. So we are on profit, but that trade is going to scale and it's going to be a bigger trade in my opinion. So that is the inverted perpetual Bitcoin bot. If I would look now at let me go to the spot bot. That's the bot I opened like 2 weeks ago, or like 1.5 week ago, with 100K. That one is trading USDT each and every day. That one at the moment is 101,129. So in the first like 10 days, it made $1,100 in profit. Why? This just trades spots. So what this does, it buys certain pairs. At the moment, you can see it bought Doge, it bought Solana, and it bought also Ripple. Yes, my favorite coin. But it bot does what it is most successful in and making profits. So these pairs are being bought and sold continuously. So you can also see, if I go, for example, to my Doge, let me just show you the charts. Yes, yes. Look, if I can't make the screen a little bit, yeah, I can. Look, the bot is continuously buying and selling. Sorry for doing it like this, but I don't want to share my screen at the moment because it's too much work. I will do it later. But you can see the B's and the S's. B is buy, S is sell. That does it 24/7. Buying Doge, selling Doge, buying Doge, selling Doge. And with that, it made like around $1,100 profit in the first 7 to 10 days up and running. So let's see every month what it does. Okay, now that were the results of the bus. So that's the answer also. If you want to trade at the moment as a Dutch person with a Dutch passport, you can always trade the normal USDT pairs. Good morning, Melissa. Let's see if Dee answers my questions today. Of course, if you ask, I will answer your questions. The beautiful part today is we were almost at 97,000 guys, 97K already, which is amazing. We fell back a little bit. I'm going to show a couple of charts later to show you what I expect that's going to happen. But let me go through some questions so that you have the feeling that I'm going to answer your questions as well. I don't want you to be sad. Who introduced you to Bitcoin, Didi? Was it Da Vinci? Seen his video? No, I didn't know Da Vinci till I was already like 5 to 6 years in Bitcoin. I was introduced to Bitcoin through a college student that needed to do an assignment at my company. So this guy came in, needed to do an assignment for his school, and I had a huge company. I'm like, yeah, do something in my store, my computer store, and he wanted to build a Bitcoin miner, as a motherboard with graphical cards. That is how I was introduced to Bitcoin. That is when I started to understand in 2013, hey, this is something new. Of course, my first step was checking out Silk Road. That was like, Silk Road. I can buy all kinds of legal stuff worldwide with Bitcoin. So the combination of the technical aspect and the combination of me being able to buy something in a very anonymous way, that drew my attention in 2013. So that is when I started with it. So a lot of people also said that Da Vinci said you need to buy a Bitcoin at $1 and everything. Yeah, that's correct. I didn't see his videos. I don't think Da Vinci was one of the first. I think if you want to really follow a real good Bitcoiner, then Andreas Antonopoulos. I think this guy was already talking about Bitcoin in 2010 and 11 and educating the world. That one is one of the best, if you ask me, when it comes to explanation how powerful Bitcoin is. And there is always this saying, talking the talk or walking the walk. I think that a lot of people that are online at the moment and Bitcoin influencers, most of them, they talk the talk, but they are not all in Bitcoin. They use Bitcoin to become rich, but then they take their rich money and they go back into the banking system or in other stuff. They are not like really hardcore believers in Bitcoin. And I think there's also for many of those that pretend to be OGs, they did it and they made some money, but they don't believe it's going to be big, And I think we have been walking the walk as a family, really walking the walk. We already said you need to buy Bitcoin at $80, but we really bought a Bitcoin $80. We not said you need to go all in. We went all in. There's a huge difference, I think, between a lot of influencers. But Da Vinci Jeremy is a good friend of mine. I meet him in many meetups. I like the people, all that push Bitcoin forward. And I hope a shit of people bought Bitcoin at $1, of course, but mostly people didn't. So I didn't see his video, but I really like what he did. Miranda Sheik, how low can Bitcoin go in May? So for me, if you are in profit, you need to be able to take profits in your mind. Why wouldn't you take profits if you can take profits? Look, if you bought at 60K and we are now around 100K, that's a 40K profit. If you're happy with that profit, take some profits off the table. You can always take the part that you invested out, and then you're playing with free money. In my opinion, we will see 120K in May. I also believe that we will dip again from 120K to 90 to 100K area. A 30K dip is nothing. And from that moment again, we will go sideways and build the last push in the end of this year to 160K. Between that 100K and that 160K and that last push, you need to be taking all your profits, in my opinion. You need to go exit the market if you need to be big, if you need to make big steps. Again, we diversify our portfolio a little bit different, which means we hold the biggest part in Bitcoin, which we don't touch because we believe every 4 years that will be more valuable. And the rest we play around with to multiply our Bitcoins, to try and sell and buy on the right moment so we increase our amount of Bitcoins. That is how you should structure it. If you really are a Bitcoin believer, then hodl Bitcoin instead of fiat shitcoins. Cape Town, also in the house. Hi, welcome, Mark Seeth. Let me see, do I have any other questions? Brabant, Braambrugge, ook welcome. We want pink soap NFT. The next, that's a good one. Maybe I should make a pink soap NFT. Yeah, some people know what the pink soap means. I have a story about that because, like, that pink soap was in our old house, and now we changed houses, but we still have the old house as well because we had a rental agreement. And some friends came visiting from the Netherlands with 3 kids. So I told them, here, you can have the key, go into the house and have fun. But the kids were a little bit younger kids. I think the daughter was 14, yeah. And what happened is we forgot about the pink soap. So they went into the house, and the moment they went to the bathroom and to wash their hands, that kid of 14 was like, wow, look what he has here in his bathroom. That's dirt. Yeah, she, of course, recognized it was not like pink normal soap. But, yeah, shit happens. Okay, so I told her, yeah, that was a gift for my daughters. It was a joke. And so, yeah, they understand. But, they also need to laugh their asses off, of course. Okay, the next question, the pink soap story. Can I start with €1,000 in Bitcoin? Of course, you can always start with €1,000 in Bitcoin. You can buy $10 of Bitcoin. You can buy whatever you want in Bitcoin. And the best way to learn to trade, in my opinion, is our own platform. And our own platform is didibam.me. I think that's the best way to learn it. Go there, sign up, and you will be educated. Eric Crown saying Bitcoin top is already in. Yeah, I don't know. Eric Crown has been right a few times in the past, also has been wrong a lot of times in the past. We influencers, we all talk as if we know what the future will give us or bring us. And that is because we really believe in that future. That doesn't mean we are always right. We truly believe that we can go to 120K, back to 100K, and then 160K. That's what I truly believe. Others believe we go to 500K or $1 million already in a couple of months. Others think this bull market is already over. Now, Eric Crown is probably one of those people that thinks that the bull market is over. I can't see that. Not if I look at the charts, which we dive in a little bit after this. The indicators are not showing me that the bull market is over. The worldwide economic situation of all countries adopting Bitcoin are not showing me that the Bitcoin bull market is over. The amount of months after the halving, nothing is for me telling me that the Bitcoin bull market is over. So for me, no, first 120K, that's a new all-time high. The moment we go above 109K, 109K, then I am excited to hear what Eric Crown is going to say then. Is he then going to say, no, the bull market is again started, or will he admit he was wrong, or maybe, let's see. But for me, the bull market is definitely not over until the indicators tell me. Um, do I see more questions? More questions. Oh, so many questions. How much is a house in Thailand? Every house is different prices. So we rent a very beautiful house. This is a very big house. We chose to not disclose the location this time, but I will show you some images of the house soon. It is a 5 bedroom house, 5 bathrooms, of course, big pool. We have a gaming uh, room with billiard. Maybe I need to make my YouTube studio in that gaming room. Good idea. Next time I will do the YouTube live from that room if the Wi-Fi is good enough. Um, Depends. You can live in Thailand with $500 a month for the rent, and you can make it really crazy up to 50K a month. But then you are living in the White Lotus villas, the one that we also lived in for a couple of weeks and celebrated our anniversary. And that was one of the villas that was also from the White Lotus series. Those are a little bit more expensive, of course. This one is somewhere in the mid range. I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to show off. I'm not that influencer that's going to say, "Oh, check my $60 million house." All that time. I'm just not that guy. We have a nice house. It is expensive for I think 90% of the world. Yeah, we did really good with our bitcoins. We can afford it. We don't own Lamborghinis. We don't own fancy cars or watches or shit. Yes, we do spend to experiences and to live a beautiful standard. And that is what we are doing. And these kinds of houses you can get between 5 and 15K um, per month in dollars. But then you have also like garden people with it and the cleaning people with it and everything is included, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, again, I don't like to show off and I don't want to show off. That's not my style. Let's move on to the next question. You can, if you have an old Palau LRUO, when can we perpetual the? If you have an old Bible account with your old Palau ID, you can still use it. You can still use it. Only not for the new people that apply for Palau IDs. They can't do it. In the bear market, you convert BTC to stable USDT. What if USA goes bankrupt? What will happen with a stable USDT? Yeah, the stable USDT will still be pegged to the US dollar. So that could mean that then also the US dollar value of Bitcoin will collapse. Of course, I'm always at the market, in the market, and then maybe I will be buying that dip again of other currencies or other um, investment opportunities at that moment. I don't think the USA is going to go bankrupt. They can print an infinite amount of money each and every day. So why would they go bankrupt? I don't see it. I don't see it. And especially now that they are going to this new Bitcoin standard, uh, I don't see any bankruptcy. I think the United States is going to come out really, really strong because they are going to go into Bitcoin more and more and more. So I don't think really about that, Henry. For me, if I would be in euro stablecoin, that would then probably also crash. If the US dollar crashes, the euro will crash, the Chinese yuan will crash, the Japanese yuan will crash, the Chinese yuan, Japanese yen will crash. All of them will then crash. Like then the monetary system is broken. Then there's only one currency you should be in, and that's Bitcoin. That's then the new currency. Um, Let me see. Teresa Hinks. No, I don't have any contact anymore with the guy. No, no. And he didn't believe that much in Bitcoin after all because he didn't go all in. He didn't go in it. He just tried it, and probably doing a normal job at the moment. Then we have yes, Rosa ter Stegen for the bots for jullie. Yeah, yes, you just need to you need to give a person, if you sign up using our link, my link down below, that percentage is 25% of your profit. If you sign up any other link, that percentage is 33% profit. So you get an 8% profit for signing up with my link. I have the only link because I'm one of the first supporters of this algorithm. I invested, I was there from the beginning, tested it, etc. I helped that team tremendously. That is why our community only pays 25%. And it's of your profits. which means if you make zero point 0.5 Bitcoin profit in a year, there's only like a small part of that profit that goes back to us for maintaining that bot, for managing that bot, for you to be able to do nothing as just enjoy the rest of your profits. So you don't need to invest upfront. You only need to hodl your own currencies on your own wallets. So it's like a very safe way. We trust you that you at the end, when we send you the invoice, will send us the Bitcoins. If you don't, then we lock off the system and you can't trade anymore. But till now, that has never happened. All the people have always been happy with their profits. Profit is profit. Even if it's 50% in year, and you need to give back 10% to us, that means you still have 40% a year. 40% a year. 100,000, 40,000 US dollar each year goes into your pocket. I don't know how much you're making with a normal job. Is that also 40,000 net a year without doing anything, or do you need to really work to get that 40,000 US dollar every year? That's the difference. You leave your capital in your stones and your houses and all that shit that you believe in, but that's supported by the banks. You don't have capital to play with. Sell your house, take the overvalue, put it in a trading algorithm, take 40% a year or 35%, 30% a year out of it. If you're trading with 200K, 30% is 60K a year that you can play around with, live with, from. So please understand it. It's a different philosophy about how to live your life, not wanting to own everything, being happy with just renting, but making a shitload of profits with all the money that you normally put in your house. That is how I would look at it. But okay. Any other questions? A very important one. How many frikandellen can I buy with 0.1 Bitcoin on the top of the pool? Oh, that's a good one. So for me, I don't even know. I really don't know how much the frikandellen nowadays in the Netherlands cost. But let's say the frikandellen, that's a Dutch snack in the Netherlands, will cost around €2 nowadays. It's a little bit high. €1.50. Yeah. Let's say €2. I don't know. €2 would buy me 8,000 frikandellen at the bull market top. €2, 8,000 frikandellen. Is the frikandel more expensive than €2? Then please get the fuck out of the Netherlands. Then the frikandellen are cheaper here in Thailand than they are in the fucking Netherlands. A frikandel cannot cost more than €2. Really, if that is happening in the Netherlands, leave. Leave. It's not the Netherlands anymore. It's not the Netherlands anymore. Oh, my screen is really not bright enough. Sorry for that, guys. I don't know. I can't change it. Maybe can I change the settings? Sorry. Next time I will make another location. So 8,000 frikandellen. Frikandelletje. Sander, when? Yes, 20K USDT is the new minimal USDT amount for the spot bot. Why that is, I don't have any saying in this. This is done by the company Trade with Sequence. They prefer to manage bigger accounts than a shitload of small accounts, which gives us a lot of pressure in the administration and answering all the questions. So we want to grow a little bit more slowly, and to do that, we need to stop the huge inflow of people that are signing up because of me also showing the profits. So they need to increase it to 20K. That's probably temporary to show, to just have a little bit more high worth individuals in the bots. I think that is the reason why they did it, so that they don't need to manage too much shit at the back end. Because a lot of people want to do it with less money, $1,000, $5,000, but they have more questions than even the 20K people. So that's not profitable, and we want it to all stay profitable. So I hope you understand that. That is, I think, the reason they gave me. So, but I will come back to that next week. I will double check if the 20K is already there, and if we can have a different deal maybe for the Bitcoin family members, the DD Bam Bam members. My God, many questions. I can't even go into the chart. Yes, we will follow the M2, and the M2 increased massively, and that's why we will reach 120K. PIM Visas to invest 20K. Yes, that's what I just explained. So, but I will ask it to be sure again, guys. The bear run, I will keep the bot running because the bot also makes a shitload of profit in the bear market. Yes, it also works in this bear market. Of course, it works in the bear market because it trades very small trades, guys. Let me see if I can. Let me see. Give me a couple of seconds, and I will try to open my bot screen so that you can I bet so that you can see exactly what the bot is doing at the moment. I think people need to understand to understand it. People need to see it. So give me a second, one or two. Sorry for that again. Yes, it's a one-man show. Get used to it. This is not a professional company. This is just a little bit crazy guy doing some stuff with Bitcoin. Okay, there we are. There we are. There we are. There we are. This is okay. Now I need to go to the right account. So I'm going to go to the USDT account now. So I'm going to share my screen. Give me a second. Why do I go to the USDT account? Because I want to show you what kinds of trades is being done daily, and and how the bot handles those trades, so that you understand that that also will be possible in a bear market. This one over here. Yeah, okay, that one, yes, okay. So let me see. Now I should be sharing the screen. Why doesn't it show the buy and sell orders? Maybe I need to zoom in a little bit more. Yeah, it's too slow. It will come. It will come. It will come. It will come. So let me go in the screen sharing mode over here. Oh fuck it! Set up over here. There, there, and then I need to go to this one, share. So here you can see the 100k spot bot, and this is the Doge pair, and you can see it's trading that Doge pair continuously. Yeah, you still need to do this, DD there. Okay, bam, there we are. Sorry for that. There we are. So here we can see that it's trading this the pair, the Doge USDT pair, trading it continuously. You can see all the buy orders here down below. Maybe I should put it a little bit up. That's the disadvantage, I think, of I can't do that like this. Shit. So yeah, you can't see it correctly, but maybe I can see here if I go to the trading performance. Doge USDT here, there you can see. Here this is more clear. Here you can see what the bot is doing. I hope you're seeing the right screen. Yes, you are. On this screen, you can see the trading performance now of the Doge pair. So these Bs are the buying orders as a selling orders. These are very small movements. This is not a big movement. This is a small movement. So the moment that the price goes down, look here, we're selling, then the price goes down, buying. Price goes down more, buying more. Price goes down more, buying more. Price goes up, we start to sell. We start to sell. That is how it works. So this works on any kind of market, bear or bull market. If you look at Solana at the moment, same. Look, it's a sideways market, and still it's making profits for Solana. Here, my good friend, look, it's still making profits in a sideways market. So this one keeps buying and selling. So if this is the last 7 days, you can look at the last 30 days as well if you want. Look, it keeps buying and selling, even if Doge goes up or down. So because it's very short trading intervals, it doesn't matter if it's the bear market or the bull market. In total, it bought 456 buys and 160 sells. It created a trading volume of almost 200k in the last 30 days. So it traded 200,000 US dollar of value in the last 30 days on a 100k account. Okay. Now, if I would show the inverse perpetual bot, I'm going to show. I need to open that one first. Here, I go there. Trade futures inverse perpetual Bitcoin. Look, I'm going to. If you give me a second, I need to open that as well. Presentation, yes. Window, yes. There. This is the inverse perpetual bot. This one works different. This one opens longs with an inverse perpetual contract. And you can see over here, for example, this is a buy order, sell order. Then you get another buy order, sell order, buy order. We are waiting again for another sell order. So that keeps trading inverse perpetual longs, but also very short term. Let me see if we can go back to that last huge dip that we had, and if it shows me what it traded over there, so that you understand a little bit better how that works. It doesn't show it. Maybe here, trading performance. Let's go back over there. So last 60 days or last 90 days. Now we can see, now it's not as clear, guys, but we can see here 100% win rate. So we closed 102 longs in profit. The trading volume in total is 1.3 million US dollar in the last 90 days. Can I see the P&L chart over here? No, it's only the P&L chart, so we can't see. This is the bot that trading with one Bitcoin. So we don't have a nice chart here where you saw all the buy and the sellers. We can't see it over here. Sorry, maybe here. There. Here's the inverse perpetuals. You can see all the closed longs, etc., and all the winning closing longs, etc. But it's not as clear. But that's what it does. It makes very small trades, so we can't get liquidated, and we also are able to take profits in a bull market, in a bear market, guys. Now we are in the chart, so I'm going to continue the charts for a second. This is the 4-hour chart. I know if you watched my videos, you saw these green lines. I told this is the target. Now we reached that target. Yes, we didn't reach it here on April 29, but we reached it then on May 2. So that's 3 days later. Sorry for that. I was not correct. I was 3 days off, but the target at least was correct. Why are we now having issues with this level over there? Let's get a look on this. This is now the new, what I said: high, low, high, low, higher high, probably the higher low, somewhere around this red line that is going to continue like this, somewhere around that 95k. That will be the higher low. Why is there resistance over here? Let's go back. You always go to the left if you want to see the resistance. Yes, I'm sharing my screen. Sorry, I need to check that. So there is, look, there's a red line that you can see. That is a very important volume line. Why? Because we touched that line a lot of times. Here, this area there, resistance. Here, area of support. This is a volume area that we need to break, and that's exactly where we're hitting in. So this huge area of volume, we need to break that, and then the next volume is there at 104,000. So that would be very beautiful. If you break this area this weekend, we can see a 104k in the weekend, which of course will be another reason to celebrate another 100k party. Now, the Gaussian channel I showed you last week already. I told you it's very important that if we dip back, we find support in the top level. That top line at the moment is 90,400. We need to stay above 90k to stay outside the Gaussian channel and to continue this bull market, just like we did over here. Bam. Came out, and then we bam exploded. Now again, we went in, we came out, we need to explode now. Do I have other charts? Yes, I have a few other charts that I want to share with you today. And these are these charts over here, guys. Share. Let me see if my face, I can't move my face. But I can like this, but I can't move from the corner. But this is the halving progress, 26% in this bull market. What happened after that 26%? Still had a massive amount of new all-time highs. 26% after the halving too. What happened after that? A shitload of new all-time highs. It was in 2017. 26% over here in 2021. That was a double top. From the moment it was almost the end of the dip. Bam, we exploded again to the real all-time high over there. Now again, we are at 26%. It does look, this top does look like this top. So yes, we dipped and now we are going up again. Does it mean we go even and now again create a double top, 19k? Or could we still do the 160k that I believe in? I believe in that 160k. And that's the best strategy if you are the scalping pro. 500 days before, you buy Bitcoins 500 days before the halving, and 500 days you sell after halving. Then you would have bought over there, sold before the top. You would have bought around the bottom, you would have sold before the top. You would have bought around the bottom, you would have sell around the top. The top is 500 days after April. This is the 1st of September 2025. Okay? This is a very important chart. You do the calculations. I already told in yesterday's video I'm going to give away some t-shirts to the ones with the correct answers. Every time when Bitcoin ages 40%, we have an X6. 40% older times 6, $50. Sorry, 40% older times 6, $300. 40% older times 6, almost $2,000. 40% older, almost $11,000. 40% older, $60,000. Another 40% older, $360K. When is it going to be? That's going to be in or after 2030 if you're going to calculate another 30% of the age, guys. Now, let's jump in the rest of the answering of the questions. I don't want to do too many charts, as I do charts the whole week, so I've got sick of the charts. Sick of the charts. Let me answer your questions. Way more important. 80,000 frikandellen? Oh shit, sorry, 80,000 frikandellen. Fucking hell, 80,000 frikandellen. I'm gonna get fat as fuck. Sorry, I said 8,000, but it's like $2. Then it's 80,000, of course, because 160K is at the top. Oh my God, Didi, wake up. Too much of chill. Yesterday, I went on a boat trip. It was really nice. We had a very special lightning, but I'm not going to talk about that now. I'm going to try and answer as much as possible questions. How many people have we? Oh, 430 people watching. Wow, my God, that's a lot. That's a lot. Maybe I should have continued the charts. Maybe the people love the charts. I have some more charts. If you have more charts, let me know also down below. But let me first answer some more questions in the question section. No, the BitBees, you cannot use it. What is this again? You cannot use it. You need to use an exchange for it because we have an exchange API key. I am working on an exchange that also accepts US clients. So please give me a little bit. Give me to the end of May. That is when they told me everything would be ready to announce, and then when it will be ready to also use an exchange for US clients, and then also with my bot. Let me see if I can pull it off. Qcoin, yes, you can use also Binance and Qcoin as well. So maybe that's for the United States. I don't know, but just check it. Someone with 1 Bitcoin doubting to buy a house in the Netherlands because I need to live somewhere, but I want to buy max BTC. Whew. Yeah, I wouldn't use my Bitcoins to buy a house. That's like the reverse thing of what we did. I sold my house for 200 Bitcoins. Sorry, when we sold the house, it was 100 Bitcoins. If I want to buy back the house, it was only 4 Bitcoins now. So why would you spend 1 Bitcoin if you understand that 1 Bitcoin in 5 years' time will buy you maybe 3 houses? Other mindset. Jürgen, you are completely right. We are the best project. Didi Bam Bam is by far the best project at the moment, guys. We are providing new things every day, again. The thing that we're now building with Didi Bam Bam is completely like, it's completely like that. Like, just imagine you being a VIP member or holding 10,000 Didi Bam Bam tokens, being able to get access to our group, and in that group, put the tokens that you hold. And then by putting in your token, let's say Chainlink, I hodl Chainlink, our group algorithm, our newer AI setup, will tell you which moments to sell and buy that Chainlink token. It's not going to sell it for you and buy it for you. It's going to tell you, educate you why it's selling, why it's buying. It will analyze your portfolio, and it will give you advice, completely automatic, fully AI. There's a shitload that we have been building in the behind the scenes, guys. you should own 10,000 DD tokens. That's the cheapest way at the moment to get access to all those things. The gold members, silver members, bronze members are a little bit more expensive, but then you get also access to all the VIP groups, to all the VIP courses, and to all the VIP meetups, the gold member meetups. If you hold 10,000 Bam tokens, you get access to a special exclusive Bam 10,000 token group, plus access to our AI setups, etc. Guys, it's too cheap to pass. It's too cheap to pass. And if you start to buy all of you collectively now 10,000 Bam tokens, we push the Bam token also up high in the sky, which is also really positive for the project, so that we can keep building. Let me see other questions. Yes, we have fully track record. Leo is answering all my questions. Thank you, Leo, for that. Leo, thank you. You are a good moderator now. They have a track record for everything, every bot, everything. You can just check our website, guys. Go to the website. Like, I need to be completely clear. If you don't use my links, then if you don't use my links, to be very clear, then you don't get the discounts. Then you are just a little bit more expensive. So you choose whatever you want. I'm not here to make the decision for you, but just that you know, this is the link you need to use to check them. Barefoot Berry. Didi, will you still be in Phuket for your birthday on the 28th? Now, it's almost correct, Mr. Barefoot Berry. We are celebrating the 26th of May. And as it looks now, I will be still in Phuket. Yes, we kind of got stuck a little bit because we really like it, and one of our kids doesn't want to leave the Phuket anymore. So now we have a situation where the two oldest kids, they want to go to Europe and travel. They go travel by themselves. You know, they have this holiday to Greece and to Albufeira and to Mallorca and to Tomorrowland, and you know, they are independent girls now, by now. And the youngest one, she's like, nah, I don't want to leave Phuket. I love Phuket too much. There's too many friends over here. So this is the first time in life that we as a family need to go and decide how to solve this situation, because it's completely new for us to run into this kind of situation. So we will probably be here till mid of June, and then maybe go to Europe for 1 or 2 months. Let's see. Nothing is planned yet. We're still that unstructured group of people that doesn't know how to make up his mind. Their mind. Okay, that was the answer to that question. Danielle, groetjes. I'm trying to escape, haha, met de institution. Why are we still going to see a good big dip in the bear market? That's a very good question, Danielle. Why will there be a big dip in the bear market? Because in the bear market will happen the moment we go into euphoria. The moment we, like the retail market, OGs like me, did I just call myself? Yeah, I am a big OG. I'm an OG. Fuck it. The OGs like me and others, the moment that we will be able to take profits, because the indicators and everything tells us to take profit, there will be when the Bitcoin price goes up to 160K, for example, we will be selling. And because we will be selling, we are still the biggest part of the industry. Like the institutional investors and spot ETFs and MicroStrategy and all of those people, we're still talking about 6 to 10% of the total amount of revenue that's going in Bitcoin. The rest is still us. It's like 70-80% still us. So if we start to sell those huge, the whales, the OGs, the people that believed Bitcoin early, then that will start to crash the Bitcoin price. And then also the institutions start to sell because they want to take profits. And then that's a game of supply and demand. And then we crash 12 months. And then we find a new bottom. That's where we all agree, the whole market agrees, oh, this is deep enough. Let's start to buy the dip again. And then we, that 80%, will start to buy the dip very aggressively. Like we bought the dip at 16K very aggressively. And then we buy up. And because of that buying, this new bull market starts to run again. And then the institutions get into it as well. And then it will push again up. And then again, there will be euphoria in 2029. And people will be, oh, take profit. I can buy a Lambo now. Oh, I don't need to work anymore. Sell. And that's just human emotion. That's just emotions involved in trading. An asset like Bitcoin or gold or whatever it is, real estate, can't just go up. It needs to have corrections for other people to start believing it and again make profits. So that's why I think that also with all the institutions, they don't have the overhand, that there still will be a huge bear market correction. Other projects dream of Ireland. We have an Ireland question with a beautiful Ireland flag. I'm excited. My first cycle. Will there be a time when there will be no more BTC to buy on the exchanges? No, no. There won't be a time. There will no more. There will always be bitcoins to be sold. There's always people taking profits, and there's always supply and demand. In a market, for example, gold, you can always buy and sell gold, even if it's very scarce. Bitcoin is, of course, way more scarce than gold, like 10 times more scarce or something. But there will always be people taking profits and selling their Bitcoins. And you will always be able to buy new Bitcoins. And in the next 120 years, still like 2 million Bitcoins are going to be mined. So there's enough of Bitcoins to be able to flow newly into the market. The question is, will you still believe in Bitcoin when the bottom price is 80K? Like this bear market, 16K, you could still sell one car and buy 3 Bitcoins, or you sold one house and buy 10 Bitcoins. The next bear market bottom, Bitcoin will be 80K, like 60 to 80K. If you sell one car, you can buy 1 Bitcoin. Are you still willing to trade your car or your house for 1 or 2 or 3 Bitcoins? Do you then also believe that we go to 600K? Or do you think 1K is then again the top? So it's all human mindset that determines the demand and supply in this market. But there will always be demand and supply because that's the way we make profits. That's the way how stocks and other assets move. They need to go up and down. Okay, that was the answer to that question. 360 Odyssey is saying, did he super cycle now or not? It's a very good question, but even in a super cycle, I believe there will be a massive bear market, or a pullback, or a dip, or whatever you refer to. Look, a super cycle will happen. The only reason that I think that a real, like a super cycle will happen is if the dollar, euro, uh, Chinese yen, if they start to crash. If this economical war that they are fighting now, the tariff war and all the shit, and now even like electricity wars, like even making outages in Spain, Portugal, and south of France. If this war continues, then I believe that the super cycle in Bitcoin could happen. There is not like it is not for nothing. Let's say like this. I think a lot of people now are going to say, "Oh, you are a conspiracy theorist." Now, let me now be the conspiracy theorist. So, let's say that this power outage was expected and organized. I can't make up any other reason why in all European countries, the Netherlands, France, Germany, Spain, Norway, wherever it is, in the last couple of months, all the governments said in the media, people should be able to survive 72 hours. There was a reason in the last couple of months that those governments have been saying, you need to be able to survive 72 hours. It's creating fear. At the same time, we know that Trump is taking over the United States and making shitload of moves against other countries. So this is all sort of a Cold War. Let's call this Cold War. Now, if they can't fight with weapons, because they do understand that Russia still has, I don't know if people even know this, but Russia has this project. It's called, I think, the Dark Hand or something. I forgot the name. But this project that Russia has, that means that if the United States would bomb Russia, Russia has sensors all over Russia in the ground. If they would be bombed and those sensors would be hit, the sensors will send a signal to Moscow. If Moscow is not responding, that sensors will send a signal to the Russian army. If they don't respond, Automatically, nuclear weapons will be fired into all countries against Russia, United States, etc. So even if they destroy Putin and everything else in Russia, automatically those weapons will fire to all those countries. It will mean the country will stop existing. Though nobody wants that. The United States not, Russia and China not, Europe not. So that's not going to happen. They can't fight the war anymore with bombs. So they need to figure out other ways to fight the war. Now, one of those ways is economics. Oh my God, by terrorists, by trying to crash each other's economy. In the end, the rich people of all those countries will choose to hedge their capital into something safe. Would gold be safe? Or Bitcoin be safer than fiat currency? Yes, of course. That's what we saw with this power outage in Spain, Portugal, and France. The power was gone, the banking system was not working, you could not withdraw from the ATMs, there was no possibility to pay any bills. The only thing that you could use is cash, gold, or Bitcoin. Yes, why Bitcoin? Because as long as you have Bitcoins on your phone and you can send them or pay them, it is working. Why? Because Bitcoins don't depend on a bank. When a bank building shuts down, no power, there's no way that you can withdraw cash or send cash, whatever. It's impossible. This one doesn't depend on one country. The whole world is supporting it with mining. Only one miner needs to be up and running for me to be able to send Bitcoins. So everything I now talked about, the United States going massive in Bitcoin, massive, even telling them, hey, we're going to buy like 1 million Bitcoins. Panama, Switzerland, all these neutral countries, Thailand, buying a shitload of Bitcoin. Why would they be doing that? Because they know the next warfare, the next lockdowns will not be because of a pandemic. That will be because of something disrupting the energy system. And at that moment, they want to be able to still transact. And now this beautiful green industry of Bitcoin, which you can run with solar energy. I just need to charge my phone with solar energy. The Bitcoin blockchain is already up in satellites. They don't even need earthly energy. That will be the surviving asset, because you will be able to use it. Only if your telephone is up and running and the satellites are floating in the sky, you will be able to use the Bitcoin blockchain. Countries understand that. Armies understand that. That is why the adoption in Bitcoin is happening. Not because they now magically believe in Didi Tajutu who's talking about Bitcoin. No, because they know the true power of Bitcoin. So yeah, that was my preach about that. So I didn't even know why I talked about that, but there was a question. Somewhere I came to that answer. That is my real opinion. That is my real opinion. Something is up, guys. Something is up. Why the fuck 72 hours? Why the fuck an outage? You know, they are just trying to scare you. You should not have Bitcoin in, or you should not have fiat currencies in your bank. Please take them out of your bank, take them cash, or convert them to gold, whatever it is. Don't hold them in the banks, because the next electricity outage, you won't have access to your money. Yes, I lost almost 8 kilos in weight at the moment. So I'm at the moment, I can show you the proof, because I need to weigh in every day for my new personal coach. I have this new personal coach, and a personal coach is training me 3 times a week, and I get food like, yeah, you know, you get the food that you are allowed to eat and all the stuff. So I started at 90 kilograms, 90 kilograms. I started at 90 kilograms, and at the moment, it's still not healthy enough, but it's more healthy. At the moment, what is that? At the moment, it's this over there. Now I'm 82.4. My muscular mass increased with a couple of percent. My fat decreased. Yeah, so I'm doing well. I'm doing well, but I need to continue and even do better. I need to lose a little bit more. But thank you for noticing, and thank you for the compliment. Amazing to hear that feedback. That also this widescreen now makes my face even look thinner. Something is saying, "Help, Didi. Who do I need to help? Why do I need to help? What is happening? What is happening? What's up? What's up?" It is 55 minutes now. Beautiful time. I'm going to still continue a little bit, answer some more questions. If I forget to answer your questions, Please ask them again. Um, do you think it will be another Bitcoin? Yes. Do you think there will be another Bitcoin? No. No. Do you think? No, no. There won't be another Bitcoin because Bitcoin is the only decentralized one, or there needs to be another person that will create it and burn his access to it and make it decentralized, give it to the world, and the world needs to start to adopt it the same way they adopt Bitcoin. Please understand the huge difference between Bitcoin and all the other cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin was created, it was born, it was distributed through the internet, it grew in a steady way. People believe it, nobody can stop it, nobody can change it, nobody can do anything to it because it was not created by a person that still wants to have central control. Most of the other projects have centralized control. That's not even compared to they can't even brush the shoes of Bitcoin. That's how my father said it in football. Je mag niet de schoenen strikken. They can't because Bitcoin is the one and only decentralized one. The rest is all centralized versions of Bitcoin that want to try and decentralize some parts of the world, which is all good, but it's never going to be Bitcoin. No, Bitcoin cannot be hacked by quantum computers in the future, Sander Tas. They already calculated how many quantum computers is needed to hack Bitcoin. Now, the most fast, smartest chip at the moment is the one from Google. That one, you would need 16,000 computers running 24/7 with that chip for more than 2 years to be able to crack the Bitcoin blockchain. That's impossible. And don't you think that the Bitcoin blockchain miners will also integrate quantum computing? So then quantum computers are finding quantum computers, which will again lead to no success. And if that could even lead to success, it will be so expensive that it's not worth the try because the result is that you're hacking something that has less value than it will cost you. So no, not gonna do. What app is this? This is not an app. This is my way skill. My way skill. My way skill. Do you call this a way skill? I don't even know how you fucking call it thing. Um, I have a way skill called Rosmax. 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 Yeah, Rosmax is a skill that shows you. It's an electric skill that calculates everything automatically and stores it into your telephone. Something like that. Swiss mate. Swiss mate. Come on, Fat Camp. You are in Muay Thai. Yeah, I should be doing that. More Muay Thai. I tried to contact you. Did you supply merch? Are you interested in selling merchandise? I'm always interested in selling merchandise. Always interested. I love merchandise. So let me know. Send me a DM on Telegram. That's the best way to contact me. Petro Termont, how's with Papu Ninja? I really don't know how it's with Papu Ninja. I haven't checked Papu Ninja for a very long time. It was a cool project in the beginning. Yeah, I did some investments. I think we also took out some profits, but also some losses, I think. I don't even know if the project is still up and running. Can you tell me? Not every project will survive. There's a lot of meme tokens that uh, let me see. There's a lot of meme tokens launched during the beginning of this bull market, and Papu Ninja was one of that. And they did a really good job in creating what they promised, and it was there. But then people still need to start to use it, and if people don't start to use it, it will die off. And I don't know what exactly happened to Papu Ninja. I would really need to check that, as I have never checked it anymore after a couple of months ago. So I need to check that. Let me know what you think about it. With the board, do you have to pay income tax in the Netherlands? That depends how the Netherlands is going to change their rules. If the Netherlands is going to see professional trading now as a taxable event in the Netherlands, yes, then you're going to pay profit tax about that. But you can also not tell that you're having a bot up and running, or maybe connect your trading account to a company somewhere where you pay 0% tax, Dubai or Seychelles or many other things. There's many cold storage solutions that I could recommend to you. Don't veto. For me, Ledger is still safe, but for me, the Bitbox is a very good one. What I would recommend is always have the 24-word seed phrase, cut it up in four pieces of 6 words, store each of the 6 words in a different place, device, or service so that you can always have access to those four pieces with 6 words and that you can inload those words as a backup always to any device, whatever device you want to use. The hardware device, there is a shitload of them. All of them are pretty good. Bitbox is a very simple, small one, easy to hide, but the words are, I think, way more important. So that's what I would focus on. What do you think that will be happen to decentralization when CeFi, Bank, Blocker, and governments keep buying up all Bitcoin? Yes, I agree, Jeremy Canadier. That's why I'm a fighter against that system. That's why I was not so fond of BlackRock, and I always told people, please be aware of what we are taking in. Those Blackhawks were also the ones that made you wear a face mask and made you believe that the flu was real. Mm, BlackRock was also behind that shit. It's one of the biggest companies that has control all over the world. So I don't like them being in Bitcoin. I like promoting Bitcoin maximalism, that people really start to understand, hey, we should go in Bitcoin and not sell our Bitcoins to the BlackRocks. But in the end, guys, the world, the world is all about greed. People are too greedy and envious, and because of greed, they will again and envious. They will again give something really beautiful out of their hands into the control of centralized entities like Bitcoin. We created gold. You, me, the normal people, we were the ones that found gold and that told each other gold is valuable. And because we were too afraid, we started to give the gold to banks. Can you please hold that for me so that nobody else can steal it? And then the banks start to give it to the governments. And in the end, we don't have any gold. You have maybe a ring or something, and that's it. So it's we need to keep control on Bitcoin. If we don't do that, we will lose control. That's how it works. That's how it works. I will soon again make a video how to use the bot on in the UK and in the USA, because at the moment I understand that it is not possible with Bybit, so I need to find a solution for you. I'm working on a solution, but I know in the end of May if that will work for you guys. But the only thing I can say, the only thing that I can say, if you want to prepare yourselves for that solution, then let me give you this. If you want to prepare yourself for that solution, you need to sign up already to 2 exchanges, because one of these is going to come with a solution for the United States people and also for the UK people. These 2 exchanges, using my link, will almost very certainly give you access towards the end of this month to also these trading algorithms. So please sign up there, use the link so that you so that you will be getting access, guys. I am also a Noster indeed. I haven't been in the last 2 weeks already a Noster because I was really busy with the moving of the house and everything. So I need to go there and say hello to everyone. Wait, maybe I can make a post out of this one. So there. So I will make a picture of the comment there. I was love seeing you on Noster. Bam. There. Use photo. I can't read it like that. I need to do that again. 1 second. I'm going to make a picture of that comment. There. Use photo. There's one. Add. Upload. Yes, I will be more on Noster again. Yeah, I will upload that one as well, guys. I think I'm gonna go and make an end. Not make an end of myself. I'm gonna stop this video. It's a 1 hour live, 1 hour 5 minutes. It's a beautiful time for other people also to watch this video. This weekend, guys, I will not make any videos. I really need to take also some time for family and friends. Monday I will be back again. Monday again, probably walking and talking in my garden or on the beach. Monday, Wednesday, Friday are my training days. So I train from 8 till 9. So it's a little bit difficult with the beach. So Tuesday, Thursday should be my beach days, walking and talking on the beach, guys. But I'm gonna get back to that later. I hope you really enjoyed today's video. If you did enjoy this video, then please let me know that down below in the comments. Also, give the video a thumbs up, share it with your friends and family, subscribe to the channel. I hope that you have an amazing weekend, 3rd, 4th May. Enjoy that weekend. Enjoy it to the fullest each and every day. Zoom out on the charts. Let's hope for a 100K weekend again, which would be amazing. I don't even think I'm going to celebrate a 1K weekend with a party. I think I will watch a Bitcoin documentary or something like that. But let's see, guys. I wish you, and that's the most important part, a very beautiful, beautiful, beautiful weekend. Enjoy it to the fullest, and see you in the next live AMA again or on my video on Monday. Thanks for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye. Bye bye. Oh, it's still there, my finger partner is still there. See you next time. Bye bye. Bye bye bye.